Do you love Jeeps? You want to know what's inside the Jeep? What's under the hood? What makes it all tick? Well, I'm about to tell you. Hi, my name is Adam. Welcome to my new YouTube channel, Snafu the Jeep. This behind me is our JKU. Started its life as a 2017 Rubicon Recon Edition. Now it looks like this. Here's what we've done. All right, we're just gonna do a quick walk around. All right, we'll start from the front. We have a Crawl Tech frame chop front bumper. It's the one where you gotta cut the frame off a little bit. Sinks the worn platinum 12S winch in there nice and tight. Got a factor 55 hook on the front. Grill is OEM. On the hood we have the Moto-Built vents. These are true functional vents to get heat out. Battle a lot of heat problems under the hood trying to get heat out. Moto-Built crusher 2-inch fender flares, aluminum. Moto-Built weld-on rock sliders, Genrite skins, painted to match. Again, rear Moto-Built crusher fender flares, OEM Jeep gas cap. We have Genrite rear corners that I painted and installed with the trail, I believe. Trail LED taillights. These skins are steel, go all the way down here, matching the steel, sorry, these are aluminum, but same thickness down the bottom here. On the rear, we're running the Crawl Tech frame chop bumper. That is the Genrite 25-gallon rear fuel tank. Somehow along the way, I lost my covers for the hinge. It's kind of weird. They're actually different colors than the Jeep. Kind of weird. We're running the best top slant back top. We go on the inside real quick. Excuse the dirt, having not cleaned yet from Sand Hollow. So the main thing inside the Jeep is going to be the Genrite roll cage. When I purchased this Jeep, it did not have the X-brace on the back. Grab handles were not built in or welded in. Also did not have the V-bar. So I added all those components after the fact. You can see my paint job's not the best. Try to match it, but you know, it is what it is. Some point in time, we'll take the cage out and re-powder coat it a different color, probably not this bright red. Has the Alpine stereo. And down there we have the Atlas 2-speed shift levers for the 3.8 Atlas T-case. Other than that, for the most part, things are stock inside here. In the back, a little recovery gear, rear LED light. Another look at the X-brace, the additional one versus the original set of bars. We'll check out the rear section. All right, opening up the rear. Stand by. There we go. All right, so in the rear we have tire gauge where the jack used to be. The Iceco refrigerator. Gear bag, more gear bags, some ropes. We have some tools back here. Trash bag that straps on the back. Medical bag. Up here we have a spare parts bag, first aid bag, spill kit, tire bag with different tools for flat fixes.
Fixes, whatever.
Rear boat speakers for the stereo when the top is all the way off, both sides. We have the Element fire extinguisher along with another extinguisher there in the back. Carry 3 total extinguishers. That's the way to do it. A lot of alterations I had to do to get the soft top to fit. This soft top came off my 2018 Jeep. It's not a bolt-on function anymore when you do not have the Oh, that's not annoying at all. When you don't have all the standard equipment, you have to cut and modify these pieces here. I broke a couple of them in the process, had to get some more from Best Top. They're an amazing company. So I do have a set of half doors. Right there, the fronts, and then there's the back. Okay, we'll start going over the lower section of the Jeep. Wheels and tires, KMC 17, Machete, beadlock. These are Mickey Thompson, Baja Boss. These are DOT, because I do drive it on the street every now and then. 40 by 13.5. All right, we're gonna do suspension and axles kind of together. So, shout out to Nemesis Off-Road for the inner fenders. I have modified them quite a bit to give some more breathing room to the engine compartment as it gets very hot. This used to be covered right here. So on the front, we're running the anti-rock. It's a custom anti-rock setup. We're running a Dana 60 custom axle from TerraFlex. This axle is very similar to the Curry's, but it is not a Curry. It has the rollback cover, as you can see. High pinion, ARBs front and rear, 538s. I'm running the TerraFlex steering components that came with that axle that were on the Jeep when I bought it. PSC was added to it as well for the Ram Assist. We're running the Yukon joints on the outside, 35 splines, inner and outer. We have the track bar from Genrite. That's the red one. All the other bars in the Jeep were red originally until I got a hold of them, painted them either black or aluminum, changed them out. The front springs, coilovers are 12-inch King, running AGM sliders. Y'all, those are amazing. If you have coilovers, get those sliders. They make it way quieter. Triple bypass with the reservoir. Again, this is a 2-inch on the front by 12 with the reservoir as well. No clicker on that one, just how you see it. This is the Evo double throwdown kit. Works very well. However, the end goal is to remove all of this and go to a single 2.5 or 3-inch IBP King with remote reservoir and a clicker. But this is on here when I got it. It's working just fine. Later on the road, we will do that. The sway bar is removed when I go off-road on the front. I traditionally don't run one on the front at all. It just gives a little bit more assistance for driving in the winter and around town. And if my wife wants to drive it, it makes it easier for her. Moving on to the rear. The rear suspension and, well, the whole front, the whole lower and rear is Genrite Elite JK suspension. Now, I call it the 3.5. They make 4 different stages. Their 4th stage, the back looks just like this. However, the front would have this same 3-inch IBP in the front with their tower and their bump stop. That's what I don't have because that's how the Jeep was built before I bought it. But we'll be changing this. So right now I call it the Genrite Elite Stage 3.5. I don't know, funny or not, whatever. But this is all Elite suspension on the back. So subframe has been cut. This whole frame has been powder coated after all this work was done. These are the clicker style reservoirs. This shock is actually blown. It got, the IFP got blown out at St. Hollow and now needs to be rebuilt. So it's all foamy and nasty. It doesn't work that well, but we'll get it fixed. Rear anti-rock as well. So the key to Genrite's is the gas tank moves to the back. You get the double triangulated rear forelink, single triangulated front. Gives you non-binding full articulation. You see the rollback cover here as well on the back. That gives you more clearance to the gas tank. On the front, gives you more clearance for up travel. All right, so here's the underside of the Jeep. Those are Summit Machine lower control arms, Johnny joints. The red bars up there are the upper control arms. You can see how they crisscross, creating the double triangulated forelink. So nothing for anything to get hung up on down here. glides over the rocks. High pinion. Dana 60, again on the back, Terraflex. Adams dry shaft. And here's the beauty of the Genrite system. Full flat belly. And I mean, look at that. That's it. That's your frame. And that's the piece of metal. This one's bent a little bit. That's why there's a gap. But that's it. Boom. No fuel tank, no cross members hanging down to get caught up on. Genrite claims if you run this suspension, stage 1, they call it, on a JK with 37-inch tires, you have the same breakover point as a Jeep stock suspension, but with 40-inch tires. That's how much this flat belly helps out. Going to the front, you can see the Summit machine lower control arms as well, aluminum. I already bent one of the other ones that was on there with metal. Of course, or sorry, it's steel. Of course, it did not bend back. So now I have aluminum. All right, for those of you that are still watching the video, in the beginning I said there's something special on the hood. Here it is. All right, so here we have a 450 horsepower LS3 GM-V8. Over here is the ARB twin compressor that's soon to be mounted in the back seat or in the back area to get it out of the engine compartment due to heat. I currently have an S-Pod. I believe I'm going to be switching that to a different brand over the winter. Has the large brake booster reservoir, vacuum pump relocation, obviously. PSC, power steering pump, reservoir cooler. Now this is an original unit that they don't make anymore. The reservoir is not remote mounted. It sits on top of the pump. Then I have the rollover or splash valve over here underneath inside this tube. K&N air filter, Odyssey battery. All this is kind of mounted sideways to get more room obviously for the V8. Has stainless steel headers, aluminum radiator. Remember we talked earlier about these Nemesis fenders. They used to go down here and block all this off to help get this heat out. I drilled holes in the top and cut that section out. This piece right here used to hang down and over, so I cut that. Not just to make it look cooler with the King logo there, but to get more airflow. It's always a problem. On the front, an additional power steering cooler down here on the bottom. This is a transmission cooler, another transmission cooler, and then the condenser, and then the radiator. We're gonna be putting some more frame mounted coolers to get these out of here to get more airflow to cool the aluminum radiator. You can see the hood vents from Motobuilt. They allow a lot of heat to escape. Yes, water can come in. I don't know what that does, but I don't drive a lot in the rain, so it's not a huge deal. Love to go jeeping, love the outdoors, love to go four-wheeling. And this bad boy does it all. But the purpose of this channel is to talk to people about going off-road, how much fun it is, and to basically, whether you have a stock Jeep, Toyota, 4Runner, it doesn't matter. Get out in the wilderness, go off-road, go jeeping, go wheeling, whatever it is. Review this channel, check it out, like and subscribe. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I already have a couple of videos out that I taped when I was at Sand Hollow for the first time for Trail Hero. It was the anniversary, the 10th anniversary. Amazing time, an awesome run. The videos to come after this one will be, we're going to do some installation videos, some accessory installation videos, some repairs, maintenance, all different things on the Jeep. The purpose of those videos is educational for something that you may like or not like. You may want to install or have questions on your Jeep. It can be a product review in a way, and something we've installed on the Jeep, what I like and don't like about it. Also, just kind of take you along on the journey of continuing to build our Jeep for off-roading purposes. Okay, y'all, that's the introduction of myself, my Jeep, and the purpose of this channel. Hope to see you out on the trails.